Hey, hey, hey! It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo Hero here. Cha cha cha. And I'm back with another 80s archive. And it's appropriate that for my second ever 80s archive, I'll be looking at the second movie in a 5-part series. Of course, I'm talking about the 1988 movie Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Now, 3 years after Return of the Living Dead was released, this movie would be released. And it opens up, talk a little bit about whole, Troxon 2,4,5. That's that chemical that caused the whole mess in the first movie? Yeah, it's back. And it's causing trouble again. At the beginning of the movie, we see this military truck that is transporting a whole bunch of the barrels. You remember the barrels that also have a zombie in it? One of the original zombies from 1969? They should have... Well, I would say they could cremate them, but we know what happens, when you cremate these things. But I'm sure there were easier ways to dispose of them than just put them in a barrel. But anyways, the driver's got his little 80s headphones on, listening to his 80s music on his walkie-talkie, Walkman, and he's just go, bam, 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 hits like a pothole or something, and one of the barrels flies out, but he's too busy. 80s music, 80s music, 80s music. Ooh, bad hair day. But he's too busy doing that to notice one of the barrels has fallen out, where it falls into a creek and ends up near a graveyard. Well, somewhere near this graveyard, there's a new housing development being done. Some of the houses are already up, others are, in the process of being done. We meet Jesse. Jesse is like this kid who's trying to get in with this small group of kids, the bullies, led by Billy. And they tell him, okay, you can be in, but we're going to take you to our clubhouse. Well, they take him to the clubhouse, which happens to be a mausoleum. And while they're going there, guess what they find? The barrel. Jesse tells them that they need to call the number on it, but Billy's like, oh, hell no, honey child. And, I can't remember if they said that. They lock Jesse in the mausoleum and go mess with so they can go mess with the barrel. We then are introduced to Ed and Joey, played by James Karen and Thom Matthews. Yes, those two actors who were in the first movie are back, playing new characters that are kind of similar to the characters they played in that movie. They're grave robbers, and they're with Brenda, Joey's girlfriend, and they're going to go rob this mausoleum. When they go in there, they tell Jesse to get out. Well, of course, Billy and one of the bullies, Johnny, they open the barrel. And that frees a new tar man. And, well, the chemical goes out. It starts raining. And the dead start to come back to life. Meanwhile, in the mausoleum, Ed and Joey find themselves having to deal with the dead. And they got to get out of there. They have a bag with a severed head in it. And Jesse goes to see Billy, who is infected and slowly dying. Billy does go on to die and turn his mom into zombie food. At Jesse's home, his sister's there with the cameraman, and apparently they knew each other from high school. And the cameraman might want to bow chicka wow wow Jesse's sister, and Jesse's sister might want to bow wow chicka wow wow the cameraman. Well, look, it's all chaos. The zombies are breaking out all over the place. They make the Ed, Brenda, and Joey make it to where Jesse is, where they discover that the head of the back has come back to life. I can't remember if they gave the head a name. I'm pretty sure they did, because when they go and they stick a screwdriver, they stab the zombie in the head, and the zombie speaks. Get that goddamn screwdriver out of my head! That hear me. Anyways, they eventually have to get out of the house when they make it to Doc's house, and they get in Doc's car and they get out of there. No hightailing it. Unfortunately, Ed and Joey are infected, much like they were in the characters, Freddie and whatever James Cameron's character's name in the first movie was. They succumb to it, with Joey eventually killing his girlfriend, eating her brain. They make it to a hospital where you get a cool scene where a zombie gets blasted in half with a Dirty Harry type gun. They also discover that electricity can kill them. Well, we know the mirror ones is to the head, but here it is electricity. This all climaxes at a scene at a power station where we get a showdown between Zombie Billy and Jesse. We also get a Michael Jackson style type zombie. And the head somehow made it from Jesse's house to there. One of the zombies must have picked it up and carrying it. Also apparently got the screwdriver out of its head. We get a scene where the soldiers show up and they get a flamethrower and she's like, "You wanted here to go, which is down. Now. Okay, you win. No more brains. For now." Comparing the two movies. I love Return of the Living Dead Part 1. It's an awesome movie. This definitely does take a little bit of a change, where the first movie had a lot of kind of a punk feeling with like the appearance of some of the characters and the music. This has more of an 80s type feel to it, and you know, it's got the rock music. Anthrax, I believe, is on the soundtrack. The humor is increased. You don't get any like some of the scenes like we got in the first movie with a naked zombie walking around. We don't really get that. The military did play a little bit of a part in the first movie. It plays a little bit more of a part in this, maybe, but just a smidgen. And it's a good movie. It's well worth seeing. Again, like I said, the humor's cranked up. The Michael Jackson zombie's cool. The zombie head was cool. The tall man in the first movie is much better in the first movie than it does here. It looks much better in the first movie than it does here. This is just this, a cheaper version of that costume from 1985. This would go on to be followed by 3 more sequels. I'm iffy on the third one and do not like Rave to the Grave and Necropocalypse. Sorry, it was Necropocalypse and then Rave for the Grave. And has been silent, a franchise that has been silent since Rave to the Grave. Haven't really heard anything about a 6th movie or even a reboot. My usual thing about this is if you're going to watch any movies from the series, watch the first 2, because afterwards they seem to go downhill. With the second movie being more of a serious piece. Maybe if they had gone with more of the humor, like they did with this one, it would have been better. But anyways, wow, this is, like I said, it's a good movie. Well worth showing. So watching, I believe it's on Tubi. I will put a link for the trailer and the Tubi link. And I really also need to get a copy of this, because I have the first movie back there amongst that, here. But I need to get the second one on Blu-ray. And anyways, I gotta go watch another movie to review it, so I can get at least 3 reviews in this week, or 3 videos in this week. But anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest Geek, and I will see you on the flip side. Toodaloo.